And we just want to hear what you've got to say. So, shall we get on with it?
We're rolling.
Here we go. Join me to hear from the biggest names inside and outside politics.
Sunday with Laura Koonsberg. Sundays at 9 on BBC One and iPlayer.
Hello, I'm Ross Atkins with Outside Source. This is the extraordinary story of climate change. Vaccines, Europe, the Taliban, Ukraine. Symbolically, it's very important. Let's take this stage by stage. Here's the BBC Stephen McDonald in Beijing. The West has stepped up sanctions against Russia. Let's look at some of the international reaction. Tell us what you've been hearing. But in practical terms, what does that mean? Next, we have to step back and let's just remind ourselves this is all part of the same story.
Piece the story together with Ross Atkins. Outside Source, Monday to Thursday at 7 on the BBC News Channel.
Today at 1, the Archbishop of Canterbury, on a visit to Ukraine, says there can be no peace until Russia tells the truth about its actions. Justin Welby was visibly moved after seeing towns near the capital, Kyiv, where Russian troops are said to have committed atrocities against civilians.
There will be no peace till we stop lying. You've got to tell the truth. However painful, there can never be a way forward built on lies.
We'll bring you all the latest from our correspondent in Kyiv. Also on the programme, Labour comfortably holds the constituency of the city of Chester in a by-election with their best ever result in the seat. Prince William is to meet US President Joe Biden on the final day of his trip with the Princess of Wales to Boston. And next summer's headline act at Glastonbury, Sir Elton John, who'll make it the last UK date of his farewell tour.
And coming up on the BBC News Channel, England's cricketers reached their highest total ever in Asia, scoring over 650 runs in their first test in Pakistan.
Good afternoon and welcome to the BBC News at 1. The Archbishop of Canterbury has told the BBC there can be no peace in Ukraine until Russia stops lying about what it's doing, including the massacre of civilians in Bucha. He was speaking on a visit to the area just outside Kyiv. It was the site of a mass grave for those killed during the Russian occupation earlier this year. Meanwhile, people in the capital continue to suffer emergency blackouts after Moscow targeted the country's energy grid. Our correspondent Jessica Parker reports now from Kyiv.
Just outside Kyiv, signs of remembrance. In this area, Russia's accused of killing